online booking sites like Booking.com, Expedia, Agoda, Airbnb, they don't restrict their numbers. They rank each accommodation and list them according to those rankings. This means that your accommodation is shoveled down their list of preferred accommodation to make way for their top ranking listings. You and I both know that only the first page, actually only the first 3 ads, get the bookings. It is imperative that you don't rely on these websites for your business, otherwise you'll only get the scraps. Hi, my name is Eugene Recollet, and that's exactly what happened to me. My wife and I decided 11 years ago to retire from our hectic business careers and to buy a guest house in the Umhlanga Rocks. Our guest house is at market with lovely rooms, so we expected buzzing from day one. We created an inviting website and loaded our guest house onto all the booking sites that we could find. Most booking websites charge 15% commission, plus a handling fee, plus some other fees, and at the end of the day, they charge about 20% of your turnover in booking fees. Add that to your costs, and you make very little profit in a guest house or B&B. Anyway, we opened our doors expecting to have a flood of guests, which just did not arrive. We were bitterly disappointed, and when we investigated, we found that our guest house was listed on most of the booking sites on the second and third pages. As a smaller guest house with only 5 rooms, we were very seldom on the first page no matter what we did to try and improve our rankings. We then decided to try our own advertising and found that traditional advertising in newspapers and pamphlets just did not work. But internet advertising using Google, Facebook, and sending searches to our website was working, even if it was only in small numbers. This was exciting because we were not relying on the big booking sites and word of mouth for our bookings. This method improved our occupancy slightly, but not significantly. After doing many courses in internet advertising and years of trial and error, we found that targeting the right people with adverts and sending them to a highly converting landing page, which collected names, email addresses, and phone numbers, worked well for collecting leads. Following up with a phone call and sending a series of emails to those leads is what increased our occupancy significantly. We then decided, because this was working well for us, we could help other guest houses and B&Bs. Unlike the big booking sites, we only help one B&B per area, so we are focused on you and your prospective guests. Having a website is important as a brochure for your business, but it has been proven that only 2% of visitors convert, and this is where most other agencies send their advertising to. We build funnels that convert visitors into guests. We then retarget these visitors, showing your ads to them every time they browse Facebook, Google, Instagram, Twitter, etc. This builds trust, and it has been found that this method improves conversions up to 20%. Using this method, we produce leads, but the follow-up is the most important part of turning leads into paying guests. The leads need to be contacted by phone as soon as possible, otherwise they book elsewhere. And this is the crux for accommodation booking. You need to make sure that you get a good return on your advertising budget. We are looking at about a 2 to 3 times return of investment, and sometimes even more. We have a 5-step plan to help you called Guest to Rest. We use it in our guest house so we know it works. 1. We will build you a funnel for your ads. This is a 1-page website whose sole purpose is to get your visitors' email, name, and phone number. 2. We will write ads to send browsers to your funnel. Our ads are designed to only send people looking for accommodation in your area to your funnel. 3. We do an internet campaign management. We constantly fine-tune your audience using your avatar to get the best leads for your funnel. 4. We will help you implement a CRM system if required. We have tools that help you and your team to not let a prospective guest fall through the cracks and lose them forever. 5. We will coach your sales team on converting leads into guests. We have experience in handling prospective guests to minimize their concerns and to convert them into paying guests. Thank you for listening. If you are interested in improving your occupancy and focusing your ad spend on a proven method, please book a no obligation appointment below, and we will chat to you to see if we can help you achieve a higher return of investment for your accommodation.